Welcome back to your practice. I am Katie Arnold, and today we are focusing on balance. Now, balance is different in our bodies every single day. Balance on one side can be different than the other, and it is such a mental battle as much as it is a physical battle because we so badly want to balance. When we do really well on one side, we want that second side to be just as good. Or if we start on one side and the balance isn't really good, we start to get in our heads when we get to the other side, putting all this pressure on ourselves. Balance is hard. It is a brand new thing in our bodies every single day, but it's also so good for mind, body, to strengthen the body, to strengthen the core. And that's what today's focus is on. We are going to balance. With that said, one thing about this class that is different than some of my other flows is we're not going to do any chaturangas. So if that is something that maybe you're working on in your practice, or maybe today you're just looking to keep out of your practice, today we are going chaturanga-free on this balance flow. So we're going to get started in a child's pose. So bringing those big toes to touch, knees out wide, and sinking your seat down towards your heels, forehead resting down onto the mat. We're only going to take a couple breaths here. But getting a gentle stretch. But also using this child's pose as our reminder to listen to our bodies, to tap into our own intuition, knowing that if and when something doesn't feel good, to skip it or modify. And pressing yourself up to a neutral tabletop, bringing your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow pose. Exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest for cat. Inhale for cow, shining your heart forward. Exhale through cat, spine pulling up towards the ceiling. Inhale through cow. Exhale through cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale back to that tabletop. Stay for your breath out. Inhale that right arm forward as if you're about to shake somebody's hand. Inhale, exhale, sending that left leg back behind you, flexing your toes down towards the mat. Feel that instant core engagement. Think about reaching really long from your fingertips all the way through the heel of that left foot. Breath in. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale that left arm forward, thumb up towards the ceiling. Exhale, sending your right leg back this time. Nice long spine. Find a point of focus that isn't moving. We call this our just stand yoga. It'll help with your balance. One more breath in. Exhale to that tabletop. Inhale for one cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, curl those toes under. Send your hips back to a downward facing dog. Pedaling out those heels. Bending one knee. Bending the other. And finding some stillness. Heels are pulling down towards your mat. Your chest is pressing back towards your thighs. Gaze is back between those legs. Inhale, sending that right leg back behind you. Exhale, step it through in between your hands, coming into a low lunge. Hands framing that right foot. And then just continue to lunge into this right knee tracking over that right ankle. Breath in. Exhale, step it back to your down dog. Sending those hips back. Inhale that left leg long. Exhale, step that left foot through. Take a breath in and out. Breath in. Breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, shift forward to your high plank. Palms are pressing the mat away. Heels pulling towards the back of the room. Knowing that in these planks, we can always drop down onto our knees. Just keep that core engaged. You'll still be building strength. One more inhale. Exhale your hips back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, sending that right leg back behind you. Exhale, step that right foot through in between your hands, coming into a low lunge. Planting that left heel. Inhale, finding a warrior one pose. So hips are square to the front of your space, front of your mat. Core is engaged. And I like to plant my hands on my hips, physically make an adjustment in myself to square them to the front, and then inhale, reaching my arms back up. On your inhale, bringing your hands through your heart center. Exhale, hover that chest over that right thigh. Ground down through that right foot. Inhale, lifting that left leg back behind you. Coming into a warrior three with hands at heart center. You have a strong floating leg. Those left toes flex down towards the mat. Take another breath in and out. Moving nice and slow like you're moving through honey. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, sweeping that left arm, or that left leg, up and through. Left knee in line with that left hip. Left toes flex towards your face. One more inhale. Exhale to a chair pose, bringing those big toes to touch, sinking that seat down. Inhale, reaching your arms up overhead. Looking down past those knees, making sure you can see all 10 toes. If you can't, you slide that seat back slightly so you can. Arms are reaching up overhead, chest stays lifted. Breath in. Exhale, fold. Your inhale is a halfway lift, pressing your hands into your shins, long spine, flat back. Exhale, fold, planting your hands to the mat, step back to a high plank. Take a breath in and a breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, lowering down onto your forearms, coming into a forearm plank. Trying to keep those arms parallel with one another. Palms pressing down onto the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower those hips, those thighs, tops of your feet to the mat. Shine your heart forward. This is a Sphinx pose. So those arms are parallel with one another. Crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Take a breath. Exhale, lower down, sliding those hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, press yourself up through tabletop. And exhale, back to your down dog. We'll take it to the other side. Inhale that left leg long. Exhale, stepping that left foot through. Planting that right heel. Inhale as your warrior one pose. Squaring those hips. Maybe shortening that stance. If you know crescent pose where you've got that left or that right heel would be lifted on this side, you have that strong back leg and you might have a longer stance. We have to plant that back heel, so we're shortening things up a little bit. Reaching those arms up overhead. Inhale, bringing your hands through heart center. Exhale, hovering that chest as you lean forward. Finding a drishti, a point of focus that isn't moving. Inhale to your warrior three, lifting that right leg back behind you. Feel that instant core engagement. Flexing those toes down towards your mat, grounding down through that left foot. This time, inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right knee comes through. Flexing those right toes back towards your face. It's okay if you get a little bit wobbly. You can see that I am too. We're all human. Take a breath in. Exhale, both feet meet. Sink your seat, finding your chair pose. Take a breath. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your high plank. Pull that belly in. One more inhale. Exhale, lowering down onto your forearms, coming into your forearm plank. Breath in. Breath out. Final breath in. Exhale to your Sphinx pose, dropping those hips down. Lifting that chest through, shining that heart forward. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down, slide those hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back to a child's pose. Pressing yourself back up to an easy seat. As always, you guys can do that flow as many times as feels good to you, repeating the video, taking it at your pace, or maybe pairing this video with any of my others. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Hi friends, I'm just popping back in here real quick to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Like this video, comment below, and if there's something specific that you want to see, let me know that as well. Go find me on Instagram at I am Katie Arnold, and I would love to bring a class just for you.